Webheads, there's some huge books getting ready to come out next week, so pay attention and take some notes. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you the top 10 most anticipated comic books for next week. That's right, guys. It's never too early to start your pull list for next week. And hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And remember, guys, these books are getting ready to come out on December 2nd. 2020. So guys, at any time, if you want to become a member of Comic Book Corner 2.0, help support the channel, go onto my home screen, hit that join button. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And of course, I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you taking the time, watching the channel, commenting, and doing all that wonderful stuff. So thank you guys. Now let's kick it off with the hot seat. All right. So the hot seat goes to Justice League Endless Winter issue 1. That's right, guys. We've been hearing about Endless Winter for a long time, and a lot of people are like, what the heck is Endless Winter about? Like, what is this? The freaking Justice League is in the snow? Like, what are they going to do? Wear coats all day? Like, what's happening here? So in this description, it's obviously chapter 1. It's going to be kind of like Ten of Swords, where each book is going to represent a chapter, and there's going to be 9 chapters, okay? So it says it here. The crossover event of the season begins here. The Justice League encounters an extinction-level global storm brewing at the former site of the Fortress of Solitude. Enter the Frost King, a monster mad with power, with an army at his command. What devastating mystery lies in his past? And how does he tie to Queen Hippolyta's Swamp Thing Viking Prince and their reluctant ally, Black Adam, 2 timelines will reveal further clues and secrets throughout each chapter of this blockbuster tale. You're not going to want to miss it. Get your popcorn ready. Are you guys ready for the Endless Winter? That's right. It's 40 pages. It's $5. Get it today while supplies last. So that's the hot seat. We'll see what happens with it. If I continue it, we'll see. We'll read issue 1, maybe issue 2, and we'll see. All right, so next, coming in at number 10, and this is like an asterisk by it, right? This is Daredevil issue 25. We're on the 25th issue of this. It's called Doing Time, Part 1. We get to see Daredevil. It looks like he's going to be in jail at this particular point in time. I'm 1 issue behind on this, so that's why this gets a little bit lower ranking than usual. This series is nothing short but phenomenal. When this issue comes out, I'll read issue 24 and 25 back to back. So that's why it's a little bit lower, because I don't know really what issue 24 had to offer with it, but it's been such a great series. So if you haven't read it, go back, pick up the trade paperbacks, and or go on to Marvel Unlimited, and if you have that service, read it there. You can get caught up. Great stuff. 28 pages, $4. All right, next, coming in at number 9. This one goes to Champions. This is issue 3, and this is Outlawed Part 3. So this still ties into the whole Outlawed event, but the Champions book has been slowly getting better. Now, at the end of issue 2, I was so close from dropping this book because the beginning of it was a bore fest. But by the time I got to the end of it, where it just had to do with Viv and Riri and the actual champions and not what was going on in this whole Outlawed thing, I found it a little bit more interesting, and I love the artwork in this book as well. So I was like, you know what? I'm glad I read through the entire issue 2 to stay with it, and we'll see what happens. You know, they're trying to find out what's going on with Viv. We think Viv is dead, but spoiler, just letting you guys know, at the end of the last issue, we found out that Viv is alive. So what's going to happen when the champions find out she's alive? So I think that's kind of cool, and I love the interactions between those characters. So we'll see what happens there. All right, next, moving on to number 8, another new number 1 that is coming on. How many of you guys are interested in this series? It has to do with Tom King, and it is Batman Catwoman issue 1. Right there. Yeah, that's right. So, I was not a huge fan of Tom King's Batman. I stuck with it, but I was very bored with it. I felt like nothing changed throughout the entire run. It was just like this, it just kept going. And then once the wedding did not happen, I totally lost interest in the book, but I stuck through it, right? And now we have these two having their own book, interacting with each other. How is their relationship going to develop, or is it going to fall apart? You know, I guess that's, if you're interested in that, this is something that you're going to want to pick up. I think it's going to have great artwork in it as well. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to try it out. You can't deny Batman, and we'll see if Tom King writes this series better. So, guys, let me in the comments below if you're interested in this one. All right, so next. Oh, and just to let you know, it's 32 pages and it's $5. All right, so moving on, we're going on to number 7 now. Number 7 goes to DC's Dead Planet, issue 6, written by Tom Taylor. This particular book is 32 pages and it's $4. This has been a solid book. It's got some great character moments. I don't think it has been as good as the original Deceased, but it has been good. This deals more with the supernatural characters like Constantine and Swamp Thing. You know, and every time it goes back to like Damian as Batman, or when it dealt with Rose and all the other characters, like it seems to be better there. However, I think it's going to be a strong finish. Just a spoiler, we haven't seen what has happened with the anti-life equation Darkseid since he's been born. And that is going to be like the ultimate threat, I think, in the future of this book. It looks like Trigon is going to be introduced in here as well. So there's a lot of things still yet to be answered in this into this book. And I think this book has a total, is it 7 issues altogether? I'm not 100% sure. Let me see if I can find out real quick. Yeah, 7 issues. So this is one away from ending. So I'll be curious how they end this whole ordeal. But overall, it's been a great series. So check it out, guys. This book is 32 pages, $4. All right, next we have Batman issue 104. It comes in on the number 6 spot. Ghost Stories Part 3, as we get to see Batman going against, was it Ghostmaker? I always forget this dude's name. I guess I get confused with Clown Hunter. So there's Ghostmaker and Clown Hunter, and they got all these new characters. And in the last issue of Batman, we've gotten to see him being completely taken out by Ghostmaker or Ghost Hunter. I don't even know anymore. And then Harley is getting taken out as well too. Really enjoying the book, and it's kind of weird how this Ghost Hunter Maker character winds up, you know, wanting to take over Gotham because he feels that Bruce Wayne is weak, and now all of a sudden he's made his way in Gotham, and you know, he seems like he's a superior fighter right now, but obviously we'll see what happens. I feel like Batman's is going to kick this guy's butt, and then he's going to be ushered out of Gotham or whatnot. Love the interactions here with Harley and Clown Hunter in the last issue. I thought that was great. So this series has been solid so far. Definitely picking it up. So we'll see what happens going forward. All right. So next, moving on to number 5. This book, if this was a sale pitch right to you, right? If you wanted to buy a book like at a Comic-Con or something like that, this is a perfect sales pitch, right? Number 5 goes to Erratic issue 1. And here is that pitch. 15 years old, 10 minutes to save the world, right? And you're like, okay, that sounds pretty cool, you know? And so here's the full description here. And by the way, this is done by AWA Upshot Studios. And this says, you're 15 years old. You're suddenly granted incredible powers. Cool, right? There's only one problem. You can only use your powers for 10 minutes at a time. What do you do when you have to save the world, but you only have 10 minutes to do it? This is the problem faced by Oliver Leff, a teenager who has just moved to a new town and a new school and is having a hard enough time navigating classes and his crush before the interdimensional monsters started showing up. So this sounds like kind of a cross between Spider-Man and Sideways from like DC, right? That's what this character reminds me of. And I love Spider-Man, obviously you guys know that. I loved Sideways when that book came out from DC. So Erratic sounds like definitely a book right up my alley. Love the pitch here, and it sold me on to pick it up. So I'm letting you guys know to check this one out when you can. So this one is 32 pages, $4. All right, next, coming in at number 4, we have Black Widow issue 4, The Ties That Bind, part 4. This book has been really well done. One of the best Black Widow books I have read ever, right? I mean, Kelly Thompson's really hitting this book out of the park. And if you guys haven't been reading it, it's basically Black Widow who has lost her memory, and she has a husband, she has a kid, and she's being watched by a certain villain. A very interesting concept of a book, and now things in issue 4 start heating up because she's doing things that she didn't realize that she could do, right? Because she's a spy. So somehow she's being like mind controlled, manipulated, whatever the case may be. The artwork is phenomenally done. They make Black Widow look very nice in here. We see Bucky Barnes is in here with Hawkeye, Clint, and their interactions with each other are phenomenal. This is a book that you're going to want to read. I think this is a lot of fun. Again, check it out, guys. This book is $4 and it's 28 pages. All right, next, moving on to the top 3. Coming in at number 3 spot, this one goes to Firepower. This is issue 6. This ends the first story arc of this book. Robert Kirkman is the writer. Chris Samney is the artist of this book, and it's been nothing short of phenomenal. One of the best independent books of the year, in my opinion. And basically now we have the main character, whose name is Owen Johnson, who came from, who went searching for his parents, and he found the lost hidden power of making fireballs, right? And then he wound up coming back home. He left this place, and he has a family now. And we're kind of getting to see things unravel. They're hunting him down for some reason, and his former master now is going after him. And it looks like they're going to meet up in this issue 6. This is a great book. I definitely recommend this book if you're looking for something different, not the normal superhero stuff from Marvel or DC, an independent style book that you like where it takes place in a grounded world, right? So really great stuff here. Check it out. $4 book. All right, next, coming in at number 2. And some of you may not agree. I heard people don't like this particular story arc right now, but my number 2 is Thor issue 10. This is Prey part 2. This has to do with Donald Blake coming from his alternate reality and being part of real Earth while Thor is stuck in Donald Blake's reality. The thing is we never knew where Donald Blake was when he switched back and forth. And something has gone terribly wrong in that particular realm. And now Donald Blake is all crazy. He's like this psycho killer. And now he's going after Loki, and Thor's stuck in this other dimension. What's going to happen with Thor? I don't know. What's going to go on with Donald Blake? There's a lot of questions yet to be answered here. Phenomenal book. Love the artwork in this book as well. It does have that independent feel to it. Love what Donny Cates is doing right now. 28 pages, $4. Guys, I want to let you know that King in Black is getting ready to come out, and it's coming out this particular week. So we're going to talk about these tie-in books in case you don't want to miss a single thing from King in Black. So the first one we're going to be talking about is The Union. This is issue 1. Okay, so we have that particular book that's getting ready to come out. This book is 28 pages and it's $4. The next one, if you're a Namor fan, we have Atlantis Attacks. That one is getting ready to come out as well. So that's a tie-in book. And then if you're a fan or want to get caught up in everything that has to do with Null, you will also have Null Marvel Tales issue 1 that dives into Null's history going back to the early days of Venom, like issues 3 and issues 4. So if you have not read up on the character and you want to know more about him, go ahead, pick that one up. I just want to let you guys know that that is a bunch of reprint books. It's 108 pages. It's $8 book. So again, it's good to be caught up, right? So just wanted to give you the heads up on those tie-in books. My number one most anticipated book is a book that's been coming out for a long time. And this is King in Black, the main series. This is issue 1, part 1, Darkness Reigns. So after a campaign across the galaxy, we have Null that is making his way and he arrives at Earth. And this is the first time we get to see what death and destruction he's going to do against Venom, Eddie Brock, Dylan, and all that supporting cast. So anxious to see what this is. We have been building up for this for what seems like a couple years now, right? Since the beginning of Venom. So yeah, I am highly anticipating this book. It's affecting the entire Marvel universe. So here we go. King in Black. Pick it up this particular week. 52 pages, $6. I can't wait to talk about this one and you guys give me your opinions on what you think of King in Black. So guys, there you have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated comics of the week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys have a great Thanksgiving. And I'll see you guys on that next video. And here's some more content right here. Take care, guys. See you soon.